Welcome to Psalms from the Couch. Today we're in Psalm 4, a psalm for the evening hours, for the in-between moments, for the quiet wrestlings that rise when the day settles. It teaches us how to bring our distress to God and how to rest in the peace that He gives. Let's read Psalm 4 together. To the choir master, with stringed instruments, a psalm of David. Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have given me relief when I was in distress. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. O men, how long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies? But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for Himself. The Lord hears when I call to Him. Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your beds and be silent. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, "Who will show us some good?" Lift up the light of your face upon us, O Lord. You have put more joy in my heart than they have when their grain and wine abound. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4 opens with a cry that is both urgent and familiar. Answer me when I call. You have given me relief when I was in distress. David looks back at God's past faithfulness in order to steady his present fears. Before he asks anything, he remembers. This is the heart of biblical trust, not pretending that everything is fine, but anchoring ourselves in what God has already done. Psalm 77 verse 11 says, I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your wonders of old. Memory becomes an anchor. In the next verses, David addresses those who oppose him, asking how long they will chase lies and empty things. This is the tension many of us feel, the distortion of truth, the pressure of opinions, the weight of misunderstanding. But David doesn't stay there long. He moves quickly to this quiet assurance in verse 3. The Lord has set apart the godly for Himself. The Lord hears when I call to Him. This is not self-confidence, it is God-confidence. The one who knows us also hears us. Then the psalm shifts inward. David says, Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts, on your beds, and be silent. The night has a way of amplifying everything. Anxieties, regrets, unsettled moments. But David invites us to take those thoughts to God in stillness, not in spirals. He's teaching us a discipline of holy quiet, to pause, to breathe, to lay our hearts before the Lord. Lamentations 3 verse 26 echoes this. It is good that one should wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. David then speaks about sacrifice and trust in verse 5. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. In a world chasing shortcuts, quick fixes, and false securities, Scripture calls us back to the steady practice of trust, not in outcomes, but in God Himself. Many people around David are saying, Who will show us some good? It's the cry of a world looking for hope in all the wrong places. But David's answer is simple. Lift up the light of your face upon us, O Lord. He is asking for the one thing that truly satisfies, God's nearness. Psalm 16:11 says, "In your presence there is fullness of joy." David's joy is not rooted in circumstances but in communion. The psalm ends with this gentle confidence. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. This is not denial. David is still surrounded by pressure and uncertainty, but he lies down in peace because God's protection is not fragile. Sleep becomes an act of trust, a quiet surrender that says, I am held. Psalm 121 verse 5 reminds us, the Lord is your keeper. Psalm 4 is an invitation to let the noise within us be stilled by the God who hears, who remembers, who carries, and who grants peace. Psalm 4 draws us into the kind of trust that only grows in the quiet. It reminds us that peace is not the absence of pressure, but the presence of God's nearness. When the world feels restless and our hearts feel shaky, this psalm invites us to slow down, breathe deeply, and let God's faithfulness steady us. In the soft edges of the evening, when the questions rise and the mind refuses to settle, Psalm 4 gently places our confidence back where it belongs, in the God who makes us dwell in safety. Thank you for spending these few quiet moments on the couch with me. Keep leaning into the word that steadies your steps.